defending. I think it's like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on. Thank you very much for that, Ian. Right, people, deluded. I hope you're all doing well and safe. I'm back again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in some cases, good night. Appreciative of all you lot support. I really appreciate what we've grown on our platform. Again, on that topic of growth, please make sure you're commenting either when the video's premiered or also your opinions at the end of the video or both. You know, again, smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't, turn on your notifications, make sure you're checking out the YouTube playlist. And as usual, I hope you're doing well and safe. Thank you for supporting. Again, transfer news business, where it's a lot of nonsense where the transfer news are concerned. At best, all it provides us is talking points. Some signings look more realistic than others. We'd all love the João Felixes and all these things. We all knew it weren't happening. Again, it's not over to the fat lady sings. You never know. There's a lot of whispers. See, according to what journalists you read, Mudryk looks like it's got legs to it. So rather than waste any more time, let me share my screen and let's see what the current talking points, transfer news, gossip, and all that jazz is concerning. Let's start actually with Milinković Savić, where 1 minute he wants to sign, then he doesn't. As I always say, I'm very pessimistic on anything that links us with our players going to Italian clubs or us bringing in players. Vlahovic, Locatelli, them sagas there will do that to you people. Arsenal target Sergej Milinković Savić changed his mind on Gunner's transfer and major update. Now, has he changed his mind to play a bit of poker to a club he wants to go? I don't know, people. But Arsenal have seen their chances of signing Milinković Savić take a dramatic turn, people. He's now open to joining the Gunners. According to reports, the Lazio midfielder is claimed to have changed his mind on a potential move to the Emirates after interest earlier this year. He has long been linked with a move to the Premier League, primarily Manchester United in the last 18 months, Chelsea, and obviously Arsenal. Arsenal are now the club most linked with his signature on these shores. The 27-year-old has just 18 months remaining on his contract at Lazio. I'd love it in January. If anything, it'd probably be the summer because he's contracted until 2024. Lazio are still trying to achieve whatever they're trying to achieve. You know, they've let his contract run out. They have to sell him if they want to make decent money, innit, people? Apparently, this Italian football journalist has provided a major update on a potential move to Arsenal. What has he specifically said? He has claimed the North Londoners attempted to sign Milinković Savić in the summer, but the player was not keen. However, he's now open to the transfer. Now, if he's changed his mind and you need to convince him, maybe he wanted to sign for Arsenal, but there was different things going on. But Arsenal always strikes me as a club that will move away from that. If you need major convincing, and you're not really on it, it seems like we'll leave you alone. Apparently, he will consider a move if a fair proposal was put on his table. His agent and former Chelsea striker Kezman is scouring Europe for offers for his client. Now, that's to get the best project for him. That's probably to put interest from other clubs against each other to get a better contract. Maybe put pressure on Juventus. Maybe put pressure on Lazio in terms of renewal. We don't know, people. But he has said, Arsenal on Milinković. The news is that the player has changed his opinion on the English club, which already tried to approach him last summer. If a fair proposal were to arrive this time, he would consider it. So maybe a fair one wasn't. So we'll have to see. Today, the Gunners are dominating the Premier League. They will go to the Champions League, provided we qualify. They have started a fantasizing project. They have acquired a different appeal. Agent Kezman has been probing various clubs for some time to then bring offers to Lazio. So the agent's doing his job on behalf of his client. In the summer, he had gathered serious interest from the London club and Newcastle. Situations declined, but things could change next summer. It'll be an important push and pull. And again, Juventus and all the clubs that might not go for him in Jan, that it might be a different case in the summer, innit? So we'll have to see. 39 caps for his country. I can't lie. I thought he had a lot more than that, but it is what it is where you look at Milinković Savić, folks. If you're looking quickly, you know, for our nanny people, who many people have been seeing in the World Cup, their president of Angers has said, we've had many bids. We've been approached by big clubs in Italy, Spain, England, and France. Our wish is to complete an agreement now, but keep the player until the end of the season because they're probably trying to stay in the French league. So the theme you're getting is, you know, January is a reactionary market. The summer is proactive. January, you're reacting to contracts. You're reacting to players wanting to leave. You're reacting to other players of other clubs wanting to leave. You're reacting to injuries. No manager genuinely, unless, I don't know, Kylian Mbappe, Lionel Messi, Neymar, these kind of men became available and affordable for your club. Nobody really wants to sign people in January because you would have done the bulk of stuff in the summer. But as we know, things can change in the Premier League very quickly. So we'll have to see. For the past 3 years or so, Milinković has been touted with a move to the Premier League without it ever happening. Apparently, Arsenal appear to have overtaken Man United in that regard, with the Gunners now being pushed as the most interested side in the Serbian. The midfielder has 18 months left on his contract at Lazio, and it seems a renewal is off the table for the time being, as it's always been made clear he wants to play in the Champions League. So if we don't get that, does he want to sign? I don't know. He doesn't want to renew his deal. Apparently, his valuation has dropped to one of the lowest points in recent history. The chairman wanted 100 million. They're saying 50 million euros, which is around 40 odd. So that could be good, really. You know, either bring him or Benassia to get different sort of midfielder from Italy. It's all calm. Juventus and Milan like him in Italy, while abroad there are a lot of interest from the Premier League with Arsenal in the lead. Basically, January might be the ideal time for Edu, Mikel Arteta and the Gunners as a whole to strike. So again, it all depends where you read. Once again, people, this is the original article. We are talking about Arsenal, a team that is currently dominating the Premier League. After a poll done this summer, the Gunners would be ready to make their first offer. Lotito, the chairman, asks for 100 million, but with a figure of around 50 to 60 million, it could make him waver given the expiry of his contract in 2024. The player, however, wants to avoid leaving Lazio on a free transfer, and for this reason, we are working and will continue to work for a renewal. A concrete offer has not yet been made, but the will of whatever that means is to extend the deadline, perhaps even including a clause. So that means in an ideal world, they want him to sign a new deal at Lazio. So, and then they'll agree to sell him in the summer. But honestly, we don't know, people. So there's a lot of whispers. So we'll have to see. Mudryk to Arsenal. What we know so far is January transfer talks begin, says the Express. What is this here? I don't want to register for nothing, people. Arsenal already working hard on January transfer targets with Shakhtar the next star, Mikhail Mudryk their priority. We've heard that so many times, people. Is the deal close? No, but Arsenal's interest is very real and very serious. The big stumbling block is the fee. More on that shortly, but also Shakhtar's willingness, or rather unwillingness, to sell in January. They're aiming to win the Ukrainian top flight, which would secure qualification to the Champions League. So obviously selling a star player, maybe the star player, would obviously affect their chances of doing that. In an ideal world for Shakhtar, Mudryk would stay until the end of the season, and then a summer move would be facilitated. Allegedly, there are plenty of admirers. Everyone's got admirers, people. You know, it's like a woman. A woman's got many admirers from men, but there's some men, you can flip it on its head. You know, some men are taking her seriously, taking her on dates. Some men are selling dreams. Some guys, maybe the one she wants isn't putting any work in. So everyone's interested in everyone. Everybody wants good players, but some players, my point is, some people might bid for Mudryk. Some people might be more serious than others. Some might be just scouting him, just to keep knowledge. And if we need a winger to react, I don't know. But it does seem Arsenal's interest is very heavy. He's previously also said, I think every guy dreams about the Premier League. Arsenal is a very good team with a very good coach. I like the way they play. It'd be hard to say no to Arsenal. How much will he cost? A lot, though not as much as Shakhtar hope. The winger was reportedly available for 30 million in the summer. I bet we wish we did that when Arsenal first started looking at him, only for the sporting director Edu to decide against a formal offer. Brentford were interested in the summer back then, and Shakhtar also rejected a 25 million bid from an unnamed Premier League club believed to be Everton. Less than 4 months on, and he's commanding a fee of 85 million. It's ballooned. They're not going to get 85 million. Shakhtar unlikely to hold out for quite that much, but could still force Arsenal into a club record fee, which is remarkably the 72 million paid for Nicolas Pepe. The director at Shakhtar said, first of all, interested clubs must respect our club. They must respect our president. And if someone wants to buy Mudryk, they must spend a lot of money. Mudryk is Arteta's priority for a new winger in January, though there remains interest in Wolves' Pedro Neto. Marquinhos potentially could be made available depending on what we bring in. While there could be room for 2 wingers in the squad, Facundo Torres at Orlando City is another of interest. Depay has 6 months on his contract at Barcelona and can leave for a reported 1.5 million next month, while Lyon's Jonathan David and Atletico Madrid's João Felix have previously been scouted, says this report. Once again, allegedly, Mudryk is actively pushing to join Arsenal, allegedly in January, people, according to Team Talk. Again, I've got that article here, I think, so we can actually skip into that, people. Mudryk is trying to push through a move, well, better yet, force through a move to Arsenal, although the Gunners are at war with Shakhtar Donetsk over a big part of the deal, Team Talk has been told. We know that we want him. He's open to leaving, people. I follow Arsenal closely. They're a very dynamic side. One surprise for me was how many Arsenal fans followed me. No other club's fans have interacted as much as them. They always tell me, come to us. So I think all us Arsenal fans, 5% should be shared out between everyone, definitely of the transfer fee, definitely with these living wages. So I have to see. Apparently, Team Talk transfer insider Graham Bailey says Mudryk is pushing for his Arsenal switch to go ahead. Edu, it still has to negotiate on a crucial section of the deal. That could be variables, bonuses, upfront fees, sell-on clauses, whatever. Mudryk is pushing for his Arsenal move, and Arsenal are pushing for him. But there's an issue over the fee. Shakhtar demanding 100 million money, and for a player who has only played in Ukraine, that's a tough call. Despite knowing how talented he is, Arsenal must sign off club record deal to land the winger. Arsenal expect they can strike a deal, but they know they'll likely have to agree a club record deal to get him. Allegedly, people. So if you want him and you're that convinced, go out and spend the money. Once again, Milinković Savić has been named, people. We've seen this already. I'm not going to keep going over that same stuff there, people. But yeah, apparently Arsenal are confident about getting the Mudryk signing over the line, but Edu will have a few more meetings with Shakhtar officials before the two clubs agree on a fee, likely to be a club record fee. Player is pushing for a move. And these things take time, man. Really and truly. Arsenal now real option for player. Gunners made contact with agent. Again, this is allegedly back to Milinković Savić. Arsenal, the Gunners are a real option for the player. Their interest is certified, and if a January bid doesn't come, then it could materialize in a proposal in June. As for the price, he's dropping by the month because his contract ends in June 2024. And with him reluctant to renew at Lazio, the Serie A side will have a tough choice to make in coming weeks, says that, people. So draw into that what you will. Again, we've seen this already, but yeah, I tried to never miss a beat for you lot, people. We've been linked with Ibrahim Abamba prior, people, and we've been linked with the 20-year-old again. If he's someone Arteta wants, get it done. Arsenal not favourites to sign special 86 million star alongside Mudryk. That's just in relation to João Felix. Exactly what's been said. It's not true. I don't think anyway. To my understanding, João Felix is a player that is obviously widely admired by a lot of clubs. You only have to look at his performance against Switzerland to see why. Obviously, he's still young as well. The reason I say Arsenal are not favourites is because although Atletico want to sell, which has been made clear by their CEO, they're going to be looking for a massive fee for Felix again. And in January, do we have that much to commit? I don't know. Sam Dean has been speaking to the Can You Believe It podcast. Big up AFC Met, because if that's my guy, yeah, big him up, man. Big him up. Does the podcast and stuff. Apparently, Sam J. Dean has said Liverpool and United American owners are looking to sell. There's no indication that the Kroenkes are anything but committed. Don't know why I've got that here, but there you have that. There are noises. The noises are pretty positive about spending money this January, but as we know with Arsenal, they aren't going to do it for the sake of it. They're only going to do it for players they want. Amen. Check out the Can You Believe It podcast. Great play on words. Go and check that out and listen and draw your own conclusions. Big up AFC Met and them guys. So, yeah, really. It seems like we've moved away from trying to sign Danilo. Monaco is working to sign Palmeiras midfielder Danilo. The club wants to sell Jean Lucas and free up space for Danilo. The player is linked to Arsenal. We heard him moving away from that, so we'll have to see. James Baines has said Arsenal are on the lookout for that player in attack that can take them over the top this season and contribute for years to come. That's what the player will cost. I think they'll get that player. 40 to 50 million sounds right. He's also followed that up and said, I should just say this was in a chat about whether Arsenal would spend at least 40 or 50. I bent the rules of the question. So please don't come at me if they spend more or get a bargain. Fair enough. I don't think people were. Charles Watson said Ramsdale, Saka, Martinelli are set to sit the game against Juventus out on Saturday as they are integrated back into the squad over the next couple of days following their respective exits from the World Cup. Tomiyasu did not go to Dubai following Japan's World Cup elimination, but he was doing fitness work at London Coley. All the boys are back now. There's a chance he could feature, although the likelihood is that he'll be on the sidelines. Zinchenko remains a doubt too. There's also talk Xhaka could be back for such as well, and Arteta kind of basically said stuff. Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool and Spurs in regular contact with Star's agent. We've heard this about Rabiot as his own contract is running down. You know, he's going to want a big contract, and I'm not too sure any club is going to go for that, so we'll have to see. Allegedly, people, Chelsea considering 65 million English ace who doesn't fancy Arsenal transfer. This is in relation to Tammy Abraham. I don't think we fancy spending the money that Roma want for you, especially with this form, Tammy Abraham. Chelsea need a striker, although it's come out today via Fabrizio Romano that it's more or less confirmed that Nkunku is a Chelsea player, and they're looking at Makoko. So I don't know if they'll bring back Tammy Abraham, but they have a clause. Obviously, we've scouted Tammy Abraham before. I think there's admiration with Arteta and the technical staff at Arsenal. Obviously, with what's happened with Gabby Jesus, we're alert to any sort of situations and probably seeing who's available. So this article is probably leveraging such people. So I'm not too sure on the credibility of bringing the 25-year-old Englishman back. It all depends where you read, people. So yeah, I don't know why I've got goal.com here, but is there Arsenal transfer news? What's going on here? Let's see what's going on here. Arsenal plot €25 million offer for Zanoli. I'd love it, but can't see it happening. And as you can see here, contract talks. We're in pole position to sign Mudryk. We're in regular contact with the reps of Rabiot. We just saw that. City are looking at Saka. Lol, we've been linked with Isco. Pedro Neto is admired within Arsenal. João Felix is keen on joining Arsenal. Bring all the Portuguese speakers. Agent Cedric, get on that, man. Nelson's hoping for a contract renewal. We've been linked with Ivan Fresneda. Check out my YouTube playlist because we kind of covered some of these already. Arsenal have approached Milinković Savic's entourage in hope of a transfer. We've contacted Vlahovic's agent. Allegedly, we're doing a lot, man. If we had this, boy, we're not even in the Champions League and we stand a good chance of winning it this year. So it all depends. As I say, the dream is free. The hustle is sold separately. Until people are holding shirts, Arteta and Edu are taking pictures of their new signing either side, and they're talking about how they've been an Arsenal fan their whole life. Anything can happen, people. So yeah, this is just really just talking points. So yeah, on that note, smash the like button, comment. Even you lot that comment and go, oh my God, no transfers are happening. Why are you doing this? It's crazy, people. But yeah, on a serious note, most importantly, stay blessed, stay safe, stay in good health. Very appreciative of all your support for my channels, people. Make sure you're following on Twitch, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter, Deluded Gooner /Deluded Gooner 04 on everything. Snapchat, DGooner04. Make sure you join me for my watch-alongs. We've got 3 across the weekend. $250 for the World Cup watch-alongs, for the World Cup third place playoff between Croatia and Morocco. Today, Saturday, and also tomorrow with Argentina's France from $250. In between that, Arsenal play Juventus at 6 p.m. I'll be live from 5 p.m. Also, make sure you're checking out my other videos. It's not just transfer news, people. I don't know when it will actually come out. I think this will come out before, but you should see it pop up on the left or the right of your screen where it tells you about other videos, or at the end of this vid. I kind of offered my opinions on Arsenal's season already so far. So yeah, vids, working, and it can't be done without you lot. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications. Appreciative of all you lot support. Stay blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you lot again soon. One love.
You always use that accurate red light, defending. I think it's like